I'm here with my August wrap-up, September TBR. So, I read 4 books this month, and I've started a 5th, and I know there's a lot more here, but they're all kind of together or relating to something that I read. So, I just have them all stacked up here, and let me show you what I read. Now, the first 3 that I read is part of a trilogy. I don't know if they will be continuing making books like this, but I hope they do, because there are more in this related series that I think would be really, really fun to make books like this. And it is the William Shakespeare Star Wars series. These were really quick reads. They're all about 160 pages or so, give or take a little bit, and they're based off of the original trilogy of Star Wars. There is Verily a New Hope, Empire Striketh Back, and The Jedi Doth Return. And like I said, they're all really quick and easy reads. They take the words of the movies, and they make them sound like they are written by William Shakespeare, and they have illustrations, and they are set up in verse and everything, and there's parts. And if you know anything about Star Wars, and of course they follow the trilogy well, and what I really liked is some of the added bits in here, like getting to know what R2-D2 is actually thinking when C-3PO is calling him names, and so he kind of calls names back, but then at the same time he's still like, but you're still my friend, and I'm going to stick by you no matter what, because you need me, kind of thing. So if you like Star Wars, or even if you don't, really get into this. I was never into Shakespeare when I was forced to read it in high school. I did enjoy Romeo and Juliet, though, because the first time I had any encounter with Romeo and Juliet was when I was watching Wishbone as a kid, and that actually helped me get through 9th grade English class. And then we went to see the play and everything, but reading Macbeth and stuff really didn't turn me on. So I wasn't really into it, and of course a lot of things you read in high school don't really appeal to you until years later. I also watched on YouTube Much Ado About Nothing, because the version that I was told about to find had David Tennant and Catherine Tate in it, and if you know anything about those two, they were the 10th Doctor and Donna Noble in Doctor Who. That's primarily how I know them anyway, and so I had to watch it, and I downloaded the play onto my Kindle app and read along with it as I watched the play, and it was really entertaining to watch and see on stage, and I actually kind of was able to get some of the story. That's really entertaining. So when I saw this, and plus I love the original Star Wars trilogy, so I had to get it. And I don't know if they're going to be doing the prequels in the same way, or even the upcoming sequels, but that would be pretty fun to add to this set. And so I will definitely be keeping an eye out for these. The 4th book is the first in a current ongoing series that I have the first 3 in my possession. It is the Land of Stories series by Chris Colfer, who plays Kurt on Glee. And the first book is called The Wishing Spell, and these are children's novels, so they're really easy read, really fun. It's about a brother and sister, twins, who get pulled into this old storybook of classic fairy tales, and they learn what happens to their favorite characters after the story ends. So they learn about what happens to Snow White and the dwarfs and Cinderella and everybody, and they get a little more of a ongoing experience with their favorite story characters, and they have to find their way back. They have to find the ingredients and items for the wishing spell, and so they have to collect things like Cinderella's slipper and the spindle from Sleeping Beauty's spinning wheel, a basket or a piece of the basket from Little Red Riding Hood, and all these different things, and they're in a race to get the ingredients because the spell can only be used twice, and it's already been used once before, so there's somebody else also looking for the items for the spell, so they have to basically do it first in order to go home. And it's, like I said, it's written as a children's book, so it's fairly easy to get through if you're an adult, and the story idea is just really fun, and I wanted to get through all of the 3 books that I have this month, but I wasn't able to, so once I get finished what else I'm reading, I do want to get back to it. And so this is The Wishing Spell. Book 2 is The Enchantress Returns, and just, oh, look at that cover. I love the artwork on this too. And it's kind of like Harry Potter, where they've got the little illustrations on the chapter pages, which is really fun. Then book 3 is A Grim Warning, and if you saw one of my last hauls, book 3 was signed. And there is a 4th book coming out, I believe sometime next year, at least according to Goodreads, but that does not have a title as of yet. So I'm keeping an eye out definitely for that, and soon I will be able to read the rest of these. I'll probably just reread this one and then blow through these just so I can have the whole story in my head, because I don't like reading series broken up. So, which leads me to the book that I began at the end of this month, most recently over the weekend, and the books that I will be reading in the month of September. As you guys know, if I haven't made it clear in just about every one of my videos, I love Philippa Gregory. I love her historical fiction books. She's such a wonderful author, and I just enjoy her stories so much. So when I found this series, most of them at half-price books or a clearance rack, I had to grab them. And the final book in this series, which comes out September 9th, I am waiting for to come in the mail because I pre-ordered it about a month and a half back. And so I'm waiting for that to come in the mail, and once that comes in the mail, then I'll be able to completely read all of these books. And that is the Cousins War series by Philippa Gregory, and I'm currently on The White Queen. I'm about 40 pages through, and I'm flying through it. I read most of it Friday, and then a little bit Saturday before work, and then I came back to my boyfriend's house, and I was so exhausted. I was trying to read it a little bit, but I was so tired I was falling asleep because it was my first day back. So I didn't get much reading done, and then last night I came home and I passed out. But I'm definitely going to be reading more of this book. I'm going through it fairly quickly, and I love the detail, I love the writing, and I love medieval history, and I'm mostly familiar with her Tudor books, and this actually takes place before all of her Tudor books. This is the Cousins War, which is also known as the War of the Roses in England. It's the battle between the houses of Lancaster and York in medieval England, and there's just all kinds of drama, and it's just such a fascinating period in history that I've never really looked at. So reading historical fiction gives me a taste of it, and then I can go back and research the facts, which is always really fun. And so this is book 1, and then there is books 2 through 5 that I also have in my possession. And book 2 is The Red Queen. Book 3 is The Lady of the Rivers. Book 4 is The Kingmaker's Daughter, and book 5 is The White Princess. Book 6, which I said comes out September 9th, is The King's Curse. So that should be coming pretty soon, in the next 2 weeks or so. So I'm really excited to get that in my possession, and which is why I started reading these the other day, so then I'll just have all 6 and I can just marathon through and get my fill of this fantastic writer. And I think what I was most excited about, aside from the fact that it's my favorite author and I love historical fiction, is the fact that I bought most of these books except for the last one on clearance or at half-price books. So they were all dirt cheap, and they are gorgeous hardbacks in near brand spanking new condition. And I believe this one was $7.99. This one was $5.99, $7.99, $9.99, and $5.97. This was the one that I bought at Books A Million a while back. So this was the first one that I actually bought, because I knew about the series. And then when I looked on Goodreads and saw that it was the 5th book in the series, and I had to look for the other ones. So I saw all of these at half-price books in such wonderful condition, and the covers have changed between the first 3 and the second 3. I imagine the final book is going to look more like this, but still they're gorgeous. I'm just so excited to have these books, and I can't wait to finish reading them and see where the story goes, and oh, so happy. And that is my August wrap-up, September TBR. If I get through these books in September, I will probably reread this one, and so I can start reading the other 2. Or I'll wait till the final one for the next one to come out. I'm not sure what I want to do about that, because I have so many other books that I want to read that are on my shelf and as yet unread. So we shall see what happens. I kind of got a case of book ADD this past month, which is why I didn't stick to my goal. But this series I really want to do all at once, so I'm gonna try not to get myself distracted. So that's it for me. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'm gonna go edit this and put it up and get some reading done and some writing done also. So have a great day, and happy Labor Day for you guys who celebrate it. It's kind of a dreary weekend right now. It's kind of rainy outside and sticky, but I think tomorrow is going to be nice, so maybe that'll be nice for a cookout or something. I can't believe summer's gone. Oh well. So goes another year. But NaNoWriMo is coming up soon, so that'll be exciting. So I'll be posting another video up soon. I want to watch Doctor Who one more time, and then I will have a review up of Into the Dalek, which was a really great episode. I was so happy to be able to watch that, and it was definitely an interesting story, to say the least. I liked it. And then of course at the end of October is Comic-Con. My boyfriend and I are going to start making our arrangements for that. I have to go ask off of work for that weekend. So that'll be fun, and I will definitely be vlogging about that. I do want to get a bigger memory card though, because the current one that I have for this camera only holds about 3 hours of video, and that's not going to cover all of it, even if I brought my computer with me and cleared the memory every single day. So be on the lookout for that in the next 2 months. And I'm gonna go get some work done. So have a good day, everybody. Bye.